There was a piece which was written in the Hill newspaper. It was written by Susan Green. She supports what the president is doing, and she said federal funding can be weaponized as a cudgel to force wayward recipients of such funds back into compliance with the law. She says there have been other minority groups that have got protection in the past, and Jewish students are entitled to the same safeguards.
Well, and no one's arguing that Jewish students don't feel entitled to feel safe, don't feel entitled to protection. The difference here is we're talking about federal grant money, and the main word that I have issue in that column is the word weaponization. I mean, we're not talking about an authoritarian government here, or maybe we are, I don't know. But certainly weaponization is a phrase that rings alarm bells, because weaponization is not about equality, it's not about fairness. It's about retribution, it's about punishment, and that word alone says volumes about where she's coming from in that piece.
Okay. Anthony Moretti, I mean, listening to what the warning that just came from Joseph Williams there, I mean, could this be a precedent that's a really bad precedent?
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about it. You know, the fact that Harvard filed this lawsuit when other universities perhaps wanted to, but certainly didn't have the resources or the prestige to do so, you know, where Harvard obviously did. You know, I think spinning this forward, in other words, looking to how this lawsuit plays out in court, presuming it gets that far, you know, a victory for Harvard, I think, would be defined by most people as a victory for the status quo. And a victory for the president, or more specifically for the federal government, would be opening up an entire conversation about the relationship between the federal government and universities.